Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander.
And welcome to another episode of our card spotlight series in which I highlight a card that I think should see more play in Commander. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about Minas Tirith. It's a legendary land that says Minas Tirith enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Tap, add white, and 1 colorless, 1 white, tap, draw a card, activate only if you attack with 2 or more creatures this turn. So every card in this cycle of legendary lands from the Lord of the Rings are all really good, and this one is probably the best out of the bunch, I would say. The condition is extremely easy to meet in white. If you think about something like Windbrisk Heights, you can see that this is not that difficult to turn on, and it's actually easier than Windbrisk Heights because you only need 2 creatures to attack, although it does cost 1 more mana. But giving you a card every turn that you attack with 2 creatures is really good. White has always struggled with card advantage, although not that much recently the way things are going, and this is just another card in White deck's arsenal of card draw, and it's a very good one because these decks tend to be quite low to the ground and quite aggressive and have a lot of creatures and very small creature based, which means it's pretty trivial to have attacked with 2 creatures during a turn, and at that point you're just getting an extra card for your trouble. You don't have to pay the mana into it, you can just use your mana for something else, but it's a nice option to have stapled onto a land. But then you have to factor in the fact that this is mostly going to come in untapped, which means that there isn't really any trade-off for this card other than if you're playing against a Blood Moon style effect, which is going to affect it. It's basically just better than a basic plains 90% of the time, seeing as you're almost always going to have access to a legendary creature in Commander, whether that be your actual Commander or just another legendary in your deck. Legendaries are getting more and more powerful, and particularly in White, there's a lot of very good legendaries that are often included in deck lists, so it's not really hard for this to enter untapped, and even if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. You can just weave it into your curve and play it tapped, and also play fewer tap lands in your other slots, which just means that this doesn't really have any significant downside over a basic land. And of course, as we've mentioned, the upside is huge. There are some decks that actually want this even more because they care about the legendary status of it. Something like Yoshimaru, which we often talk about in this channel, something like Shanid Sleeper Scourge is obviously very interested in this kind of card. Both of those decks are fairly aggressive and care about legendaries, so if you have a deck that really cares about legendaries, this actually goes up in value, but you don't really need that for this to be good. I think it is still underpriced at $3. This is one of the best cards in the set, I would say, and it's a very strong set. The minimal downside and the upside of giving you an extra card basically every turn mean that this card is just very good in any deck that can run White, and I would certainly look to pick up a few copies if I were you. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel, and until next time, take care. Woo!